Bam.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this is Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Being presto.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Jets. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I have a headache from hell right now.
59, Alpha, 54, 72, slant, hey, 66.
Brady now on first down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively,
I think my stream has voice in it, so let me fix that real quick. Audio share settings. Yep.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Brady. Open man is Gordon, complete. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 37-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check, jugger. Alpha.
On play action, it's Brady. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Ja'Kai Polite in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
72.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's got it to James White. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And caught by Thomas for a Patriots touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, giving it to him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A give to Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's John Simon with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jets' 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Alabama. Jacket, reload!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack, as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Jacket, reload! Hey, Delta!
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On play action, now Brady. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Topper!
Here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. After the penalty, it's Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yards.
okay.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the rout is on here in this first half. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder, 79 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
The New England Patriots remain consistent on offense with a stable of running backs. They added Sony Michel, the 31st pick of the draft in 2018, to that stable at the University of Georgia, mainly for his ability to run inside the tackles and add a little thump to their game.
And that's complete. It's Watson. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to...
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From the 27, Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On the catch, it's Crowder.
Complete to Jamison Crowder. It's a gain of 5.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. From the 50, it's Darnold. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
53, Mike. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing... Here we go.
On first down, Darnold. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
Darnold completes it. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Red 80. Move. Red 80. 3, fellas. We got 3. Recon. 132 fighter. Ready? Smooth. Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Again, Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to it.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Brady gives to Michelle. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This time they stay on the ground. And an alley to run. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Point after now from Catanzaro. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Darnold. Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Hey, go 66.
Play action. Now it's Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Awkwardly, it almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Toward the pylon, caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. And now here's another interception. Devin McCoy at the 22-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
Alabama.
22-yard line.
Rip right. Kill. Hey, 66.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Brady now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Brady to throw on second down. He'll find Harry on the right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well, they flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. 72. Don't get nervous.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He completes it right side to White. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one caught by Crowder. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Flushed out right. He's got Anderson right side. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
53 is the mic. You got nothing today. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 53, Mike. Secretary.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. To Gordon, out left. 11 yards there, first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
New England on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. Brady now to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because
now Bell hit. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
We're going to start. 50, check 53's mine. In your face.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
53 at the line. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Hey, dude. 53. Mike. Man, that's trash.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will shave one more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is secured by the Patriots. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Michel. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Wait, set. 380. Check. Watch 54. Stay with your man. 53 now.
Shotgun now for Brady. Sideline throw. That's caught. Julian Edelman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Under 10. Under 28.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jordan Jenkins. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action.